Peanut butter and jelly, green eggs and ham, Modern Family and not laughing, video games and apologies for creating video games. These are some of the most trustworthy combinations known to man. In the last decade, the yearly APGR, or apology per game rate, has skyrocketed. It's projected that by 2029, there will be more apologies for making games than there will be games in the first place. So I think it's important to look at some of the most influential apologies in gaming history for purely scientific purposes. Forspoken. This one's funny to me because it sounds like they're just kind of gaslighting themselves. Like the tone that it has, you'd think after reading this that the game's doing well, it's just got some kinks to iron out, but then you read the stuff that they're actually going to change going forward, and it's improvements to overall performance, graphics, playability, and general updates and fixes to the game content. That just sounds like the whole game. Jedi Survivor. This is your boilerplate apology. It of course kicks off with a classic, "This game isn't performing to our standards," implying that this really never happens. I'm so embarrassed. It's a one-time thing, which must be true considering the smooth releases and upkeep of Respawn's other games like Jedi Fallen Order, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1, and Apex Legends. And the middle section of this apology is designed to subtly shift the blame elsewhere. See if you can catch it. Performance isn't ideal, especially for cutting-edge multi-thread chipsets designed for Windows 11, which encountered problems on Windows 10, or high-end GPUs coupled with lower-performing CPUs. Basically, your rig is the problem, idiot. Should've checked it on Reddit before you bought that shit. Oh sorry, ideal top-of-the-line rigs are still running into problems? La 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 la, I'm not listening. That's not what the apology says. Are you saying the apology is wrong? Sounds like you're the lying one. GTA Remastered. This is a classic zero information apology. We start with, "Sorry for the unexpected issues," as if they all just came out of nowhere. They were jump scared by all these bugs showing up. You know, if none of this came up in your testing, that's still your bad, right? But then the rest of the apology is just, GTA is important and we're gonna fix it. How are we gonna fix it? Well, it's simple, really. We will, oh no, it looks like I'm running out of space in the page. That's so, I was gonna tell you how we were gonna fix it, but it seems like there's simply no room to fit it all. Okay, I'll tell you one thing we'll fix at least. We're gonna, wait, hold on, should I say that thing or the other thing? Oh no, I'm running out of space for real this time, ah! Number 7, Battlefield 2042. This one really lets you know how weird of a state this game released in because one of its promises is adding voice chat in a multiplayer-only shooter game. How is that not already there? Also, it adds a reminder that people not only paid full price for this game, but also paid for the Battle Pass, which means this busted game has you locked down long-term. Good thing it didn't abandon development way quicker than expected, and my favorite detail is that for a game that had famously janky UI, its apology also has a terrible layout. It's like way too packed, and the colors make it kinda hard to see stuff. Honestly, you have to kinda respect the consistency. Bonus points for that. So actually, this was number 6, which means number 7 is all the delay apologies. These ones are all the same, really. We understand you're looking forward to the game. We've made the difficult decision to move it. We won't release it till it's ready. We're working hard to make sure the game meets our standards. Miyamoto quote, "The end." And thankfully, all of those games would eventually come out and be great. Number 5 is Redfall. Again, we start with the standard intro, blah blah blah, but then it starts getting into the real issues. Good PC ports are hallucinations. They're not real. Don't play on PC. If you play on PC, you're an idiot. If you insist on playing on PC, update your drivers or something. Wait, this is kind of hostile. We know some of you have suggested we reach out to a competent team like id Software, but we do. Okay, this is really weird. Oh, that's why, because it's fake. And the real one does not exist. Arcane just kind of dropped this game and then pretended like they never made it. I don't think Arcane said anything. Daddy Xbox did go on air and say, "Yeah, this shit is trash, LMAO." But at least over a month later, they released a patch that made the game worse? What the hell? Number 4, Cyberpunk. This is the granddaddy of video game apologies. Many had apologized before, but Cyberpunk revolutionized the apology game. Every apology since has been a Cyberpunk-like apology. My favorite part is when they said sorry for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles, which is something that they 100% had control over. Don't act like it was an error. You did it on purpose, guy. Number 3, Fallout 76. Now, there's something very unique about this apology. When you read it, it sounds a lot like Todd Howard speak, just talking up what they're creating, making impossible promises, and saying this is the single greatest moment in RPG history, which is kind of weird for when you're saying sorry, and then you keep reading it more and you're like, wait, this is a really weird apology. It just sounds like they're patting themselves on the back and talking about how excited they are. And then eventually you get to a point where you realize, wait, this went out before the game released. And in the very last paragraph, they talk about how games like this always have issues and they're well aware of some and are sure you'll find more which they promise to fix. Guys, they sent out a preemptive apology at the back end of like a hype statement. That is unreal. It's genius. That way people can't even get mad at you because you've already said sorry. Number 2 is Gollum, because unlike all these other games which focus all their messaging on performance and small problems and how they're gonna fix it, like even when they say they're gonna fix the playability of the game, they act like it's just a hop, skip, and jump away before their game is actually amazing. Gollum's dev team basically just apologized for making the game. They just go, damn, sorry our game is so garbage. Sorry if we inconvenienced you by giving it to you. I have never seen another studio just toss their hands up and say the whole thing is top to bottom awful, much less this quickly. It's actually kind of sad. I mean, all of these are sad. Could you imagine spending years of your life making something and then immediately begging for forgiveness? That's gotta suck, but I think Gollum takes the cake for saddest video game apology. And finally, number 1, Starfield. It's not out yet, but I just have a feeling, you know?